Hello guys, so in the previous communication skills video we talked about needs, values and how they are connected with our emotions, and your home task was paying attention to your emotions, identifying them and thinking which needs stand behind those emotions or which values stand behind those emotions. And your second part of home task was to do the same with other people, because others also have the same. We oftentimes see only the surface, like we see the behavior itself, or we can see that the person is smiling or crying, but we don't see their needs and what is causing such behavior or expression. So it's really useful to do this exercise of thinking about needs of other people as well, and it really helps to solve conflicts and just wonderful for communication. Today we're going to talk a bit more about needs, values and strategies. So needs and values and strategies. Which needs do normally people have? First, one big group is need for comfort. Here you have need for health, like need for sleep, need for rest, need for food, need for fresh air, need for movement. You can have need for relaxation in here. You can also have need for pleasure, like aesthetic pleasure, sex, relaxation, taste, smell, and so on and so on, beauty, enjoyment, and so on. So all those we can generalize and call them comfort needs. Another sector of needs is self-development. There you can have values and needs of growth, of freedom, of making your own choices, of um, authenticity, and so on and so on. Creativity, openness, blah blah blah. So we can also have this like self-development sector of needs and values in your life. Then we can also have needs and values summarized as contact or closeness with others. You can have here like cooperation, you can have support in here, you can have friendship, love in here, or just emotional closeness. You can have trust, need for trust in relationships. You can also have need to be approved of. You can have need to feel like important for others, to feel recognized for what you do. You can also feel the need for um, care from other people, for their warmth, and so on and so on. So basically, contact, friendship, support, and so on and so on. I will leave the full list of needs, if I don't forget, in the link below, so please check it out. Then we can also have needs for getting involved in some kind of communal activity, like feeling united with someone or feeling in harmony with ourselves, with nature. We can also have need for discoveries, for adventures, and so on and so on. So basically you see there are different kinds of needs. There can be also different values, like value of honesty, value of beauty, value of tidiness around your house, for example, and so on and so on. So different kind of needs, different kind of values. When they are satisfied or not satisfied, we feel emotions. Like, for example, if my need for closeness is not satisfied, I will feel lonely. It's like signal from my body, from my mind, that I need closeness. Or if my need for closeness is satisfied, I will feel happy. And this is also the signal that, this is the need, now it's satisfied, now it's wonderful. And in the previous video, I gave you this home task of connecting emotions and values and needs. And today we're going to talk a bit more about strategies. So strategies are ways in which we choose to realize our need. Like, for example, if you have a need for freedom or value of freedom, you can choose to meet this need or satisfy this need in many different ways. Like, for example, you can decide that you don't want to have a family, because this way you can feel free to decide where you go, and feel free to travel, feel free to move, feel free to spend your money as you like, and so on and so on. Or another strategy of meeting the freedom need might be choosing profession that is more free. Third way of meeting the freedom need is making a revolution and getting rid of oppression, let's say. So there are different ways of meeting one need. And oftentimes in communication, we get too fixated on one particular strategy instead of seeing the need. Like, let's say you have need for attention, respect, care from your partner, and when they don't call you in time, you feel like these needs are not satisfied, so you feel upset, you feel angry, you feel irritated, and you are upset and you want them to call you exactly at the exact hour. You start discussing it with your partner and they get angry about it, and they don't want to be like, restricted in calling you at exact time every day, because this interferes with their need of safety or freedom or personal space or creativity and spontaneity that they have in their work, for example. So here we have two people who have different needs, or they can have same need but they want to meet it using different strategies, and their strategies collide. Their strategies don't fit together at all. Like, you want them to call you, they don't want to call you. Okay, and many people, they get in arguments because of that. While in reality, if we realize that I have those needs and this person has their own needs, we can find like 1,000 of different strategies to meet our needs, and we can find compromises like this. Like, for example, if I want care and if I want attention and love, I might agree that this person gives me a massage, or that this person makes me dinner or something like that, instead of calling me at exact time. At exact time, this is called. Or if I feel like my need for freedom is not satisfied, I can agree to meet more often with this person, but to have this rule that if I want to stay alone, I can just say it and stay alone for some time. So you see, every one of us has their own needs, and one need can be met in many different ways. And instead of getting fixated on one way, one method, one strategy of meeting a need, it's better to fixate on the need and find different strategies. And this way you get much more flexible to compromise, to find common ground, to find solution with the other person. And this is a wonderful way to solve like conflicts or disagreements and so on. And also being mindful that behind different behaviors, behind different words, behind different strategies, there are needs that people have, and not just evil intent, really helps you to see the other person as human, as a good person basically, and to be compassionate towards them and to be understanding towards them, and not try to just hate each other. So yes, your home task for today will be continuing doing our diary. Remember, our diary was like, first column is emotion or feeling, second column is need or value that is connected to this emotion, and in third column you're going to make a list of different strategies to meet this need, and at least 5 strategies for each need. Like, for example, I feel very tired, exhausted, and sad. and I realized that this is because my need for nutrition is not satisfied. I didn't eat well enough today. So my strategies of eating can be that I go outside and I cook, I go out and I eat food somewhere else, or I don't eat and I feel horrible and then I no. But no, this is not very good for satisfying the need. So you see, I can choose different strategies. I can choose to eat this thing, that thing, or third thing. And I write it down in the third column. Or, for example, in a relationship, I feel sad um, because my need for, let's say, contact and closeness and friendship is not satisfied. So I can choose different strategies of meeting this need. I can call my friend, let's call her Hanna. I can call to Hanna. I can go for a walk with a neighbor's dog. I don't know. I can go out in nature and find friends in nature. I can just watch some kind of TV series about friends, and this can kind of satisfy my need a little bit. I can talk with someone online and so on. I have my need for closeness and contact, and I can choose very different ways of meeting this need. And I encourage you to do this same exercise with other people as well. Like, you just observe others and you notice which kind of emotions they most likely have. Of course, we cannot know for certain what others feel or think, but we can suggest. So you can kind of think what the other person is feeling, what is their emotion. You can also think what kind of needs or values are behind this emotion, and then you can think of different strategies that this person can meet these values or needs. Like, for example, you see the other person being angry and you are thinking, maybe their need for respect is not satisfied, so their anger is reaction to that. And you see that this person is shouting angrily, and you think like, this is one strategy. One strategy to satisfy your need for respect is to shout at another person until they respect you. Another strategy might be using this I statement and stating your grounds and asking the other person like in a more polite way. Third strategy can be killing the other person, and this way like they respect you. It's like, like some criminals have this kind of ideas of respect. Fourth strategy would be ignoring the person and pretending they don't exist, and this way you satisfy your need for respect and importance. So you see, strategies, they can be good, they can be bad, they can be different. Your task is not to judge what is good or what is bad. Your task is just to make this list of things, like, first of all, emotion, secondly, need or values, and third column is strategies of meeting that need or value. And it's really important that you should list at least 5 different strategies for each need. Yeah, and you do it especially in some kind of conflict, and you do it both about yourself and about other people. Like, if you are in conflict, let's say with your friend, you can analyze your own emotions and needs and strategies you are using, and you can analyze emotions and needs and strategies of your friend, and so on. And you can find that sometimes we all have really stupid strategies of meeting our needs because we just get used to them. We adopt them in our culture, in our family, in just, I don't know, in, from some trash. So all of us have some kind of stupid strategies, like, you want attention, but instead of asking openly for attention, you might be given hints and then getting upset that you don't get this attention. Or your need is for rest, but instead of actually like taking care of your food and physical activity and good sleep, instead you just play video games all night, and then you feel even worse after that. So we can have very stupid strategies of meeting our needs, and our task is to get mindful of them and to think broadly about other possible strategies. And this is your home task. And remember that in every conflict, there are two people who have their own needs, and they most often fixate on just one single strategy and make conflict about it. But if you talk about this deeper, you can find that there are many more different strategies to meet the same needs that they have. Yes, so I hope it was useful. Please let me know in the comments if you recognized yourself in any of those descriptions and if you have any of the similar strategies in your life. And I will be also very curious to know your discoveries in this experiment of following your emotions, needs, and strategies. And I see you next time. Bye bye.